Hello, hello, and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot reading. My name is Raquel. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Today, I bring you another peacock deck in which today, as Tuesday, we look at love and romantic relationships. I tried to create a little bit more space in my desk because we have a very large deck that is absolutely beautiful. And I think the other two are different sizes, so you get to pick not only the fairy or the deck that calls you, but by the size of the deck as well, I guess. All right, so today we will look at the main guidance from Spirit towards our love life, what messages, advice can be given, also what to release and what to focus on at this time. All right, so let's get started. I always recommend you're in a place where you're going to be undisturbed and you can connect intuitively with this video. All right, so let's ground, center, and connect with the breath. Roll the shoulders back. Move your neck from side to side to release tension and take a deep inhale in through the nose. Hold for a couple of seconds and exhale, making that exhale longer, elongating it until all the tension is released. Roll the shoulders back one more time. And now pick the deck or the fairy that calls you. We have the blue fairy, the yellow fairy, or the purple fairy. Ready? Okay, if you need a little more time, remember you can pause the video. And let's begin with the blue fairy. And the smaller one of these decks, we are going to shake the energy a little bit. And we are going to set the intention, right? And let the cards know what it is that we want right now. We would like guidance for our love life, for our romantic relationships. We would like to have the main guidance as well as what we need to release at this time, let go of, and what we need to focus on. And we ask in love and light for our highest good. That prayer of protection. All right. Ready? Let's get started. All right. So, you know that I always try to take all the cards that come out. You know, I shoot for one card, but whichever one wants to come out, so we get the full message. All right. Now, what to release? All right. What to release? Two cards. And what to focus on? Again, two cards. All right. Let's put it like this. Okay, let's get started with the main message. And who answers our call? It is the Hermit, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So two wands and one major arcana. All right, so the Hermit, right? It's a major arcana. Remember, I always give a couple of knocks because major arcana means more impactful. Right, so what is the Hermit telling us, right? What's the advice of the Hermit right now? And the Hermit right now is saying it is time not only to go within, but perhaps to pause a little bit. If you are looking for a relationship right now, right? If you are in search of a partner, it is recommended by the Hermit to take a pause and instead of putting all your efforts on outside, on finding, on searching for somebody, on reaching out, to pause and go inwards, right? And go inwards, and that's to know yourself better, to know, to create more self awareness, to practice self reflection, right? So when that partner enters your life or that relationship manifests the way you want, um, it is more aligned with you. The more aligned we are, the more we know ourselves, sometimes it can help with things to be less painful because relationships are work. There is disappointment, no matter how good the relationship is, no matter how much we love the other person, no much how some people try to present their relationship to us. All relationships have their moments. It is commitment. People change. Sometimes, that's never an excuse for um, abuse or toxicity, but it is saying that relationships take effort, and they are a living organism that they keep growing. That the two people, the partners, keep sometimes growing and going in different directions, and so it is a dance in a way. So the hermit is just saying right now, pause, right, and go inwards. For those of you who are in a relationship, in a partnership, the hermit is also telling you, okay, it is time to perhaps spend some time doing that self reflection, asking yourself, how is the relationship going? And where are you in this relationship, right? Is it meeting your needs? Is it is it going towards what you expected? Are there some changes that need to be made, right? So the hermit advises, no matter if you are in a relationship or you're not, that it is time to go inwards, to ask yourself some important self-reflective questions, and that will help you determine your next steps, right? For the Five of Wands, that it is a card that usually this depicts this type of struggle, right? And it's wands, it's fire, so it's passion, right? In a way, it's that passionate or intention or fire in the belly, like I call it. So the Five of Wands is saying, it's not about arguments right now, right? So the Five of Wands says hold that energy, right? Hold the energy of wanting to fight, wanting to argue, right? Perhaps it is because your relationship has a lot of arguments. Perhaps it is because you want to fight for the relationship, or you are arguing with somebody outside the relationship due to the relationship, right? Whatever it is, it's a time for pause, for self-reflection, not to engage in arguments, not to engage in defending yourself, defending your point of view. Right now, really retreat, right? And the Eight of Wands is kind of a hopeful promise saying, all right, by retreating now, by holding that need to fight for either finding a relationship or fight for your relationship or argue in your relationship, that kind of struggle, right? To pause, to center, to reflect, to do some inward work. By doing all of this, what you want, there will be a momentum created that will, your hopes, your wishes will take off better, right? So it's saying pause right now. Do not try to engage in arguments or defending yourself or fighting for the relationship or any type of struggle. No, pause, right? Pause, center, do inward type of work, and then there will be momentum for growth that will infuse that growth, right, towards either in the relationship, or if you're not in it, in finding the right partner for you. So right now, a lot of self-reflection, questions you can ask yourself. If you are in a relationship, how do you feel in this relationship? Do you feel seen? Do you feel heard? Are they meeting your needs? Are you meeting theirs, right? Do you guys have the same goals, right? If it's not that you are in a relationship, self reflective questions. what am I looking for? What can I bring into the relationship? A lot of like searching, soul searching would be, right? And remember, it's not time for arguments, for fighting for things, for putting that energy for fighting for something. No, pause. And by pausing and taking that time is that you will create a momentum forward. All right. And what to release? All right. And we get the Eight of Swords that answers our call and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Because we got three eights. The energy of the number 8 is an energy of abundance, right? When you put it on the side, it gives the infinite. So we have three eights that showed up, and it's important to know these types of things when in a reading. So who answers the call here for what to release is the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. And the first one is the Eight of Swords, that's the air element, right? And the Eight of Swords is saying it's time to stop going in circles, either in your mind or in your conversations. It's this card is a lot about, yes, going in circles in the mind, but also over explaining too much. And this is where this Five of Wands can come in, right? Because sometimes when we are arguing with somebody, excuse my cat that just jumped on the desk, when we are arguing with our partner or there is a conflict, sometimes if we have an anxious attachment, we may be over explaining too much, right? We try to keep the connection, or if the relationship is just disintegrating, we over explain, we try to reach out too much. Whatever it is right now, it's stop over explaining yourself, or if you don't feel that you're doing that, ask yourself, how am I in my head maybe too much? Am I circling certain thoughts too much? Am I being a prisoner of my own mind, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is telling you action to the opposite, right? That it's saying stop circling around things in your mind too much, being a prisoner of your thoughts or over explaining, right? And it is also a time to stop trying to work things out, right? So if you are in a relationship, following this main message, it's time to pause, not argue, not try to work things out, not trying to over explain, right? It is to pause. It's kind of not doing anything, just observing, just breathing, just being, right? It is not to break any relationship, it is not to fight for anything, it's just be. Just find your center, just ask a lot of self reflective questions so you can find your clarity and get momentum towards what you're going. If you are not in a relationship right now and doing that inner work again, and not trying to fight the right person, not doing outward things but going inward, again, stay out of your head. If you have thoughts that you're not good enough or thoughts that you're never going to find the right person, stop thinking so much about things and stop trying to maybe go to places to meet people, maybe doing so much work towards trying to find a relationship. This, no matter if you're in a relationship or not, this is a time to pause, to reflect, and to gather energy. And what do we focus on then? And we get the Nine of Wands and the Magician. Oh, beautiful combination. So what are they telling us? What do the spirits of these cards are telling us? Okay, the Nine of Wands follows here with the Eight of Wands that says there is going to be momentum going. And the Nine of Wands is just letting you know that focus on the things that that you want to attain, right? If we think of the law of attraction and the type of how we need to not only wish, but feel what it would be like to have what we want, right? So this Nine of Wands, it's the same concept. It's right now, instead of doing, or finding things outside or being in your head, just center, go inwards and do a lot of meditation, or just if you want, wishful thinking or daydreaming, however you want to put it, in which you visualize your success, right? You visualize either the relationship that you are with, how you would like it, what would it feel like, who would you be in this relationship, right? And if not, also, it is a visualization exercise, if you're not in a relationship, of how would that relationship feel, what type of person would get you, who would you be in that relationship, what would make it a good fit, aligned with who you are, where you both can grow and be there for each other. So right now is about focusing on the success of your goal, on what it is that you are trying to attain, but mostly by doing visualization and practice exercise. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we have here that the main message starts by coming from the Hermit. And the Hermit is about doing inward work, right? To going inward for answers, right? To find those answers within ourselves. And that's why I said a lot of self-reflection. And here, what to focus on, this Nine of Wands, that it is a card of like success is attainable. It's right around the corner. It's letting us know, coupled with this is saying, is go inward right now by doing visualization, meditation, or even if you do journaling, or if you do these like self-reflection practices, what would success in your love life look like, right? And the Magician adds to this by saying, okay, everything that you need and you want is already inside of you to make things successful how you want. And so this is by doing that inward work, by doing more of a meditation exercises, finding more about who you are and everything, you will find that you have what it takes to make your relationship a flourish, or you will find the right relationship. All right. So I made this reading a bit long. There were a lot of cards, but just to recap, it's time to pause and do a lot of inward work. Stop fighting for things, stop working to make things happen, stop being in your head or over explaining. Instead, focus on what it is that you're looking for, going a lot of self-reflection, finding your inner resources to make things happen. All right, I hope you like this reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Somebody may benefit from hearing it. And again, reach out if you want to find out more about my private sessions and my pre-recorded readings. So go visit my website or my Gumroad storefront. And let's go now with the yellow fairy, for those of you who picked this one. All right, this is a very large deck. Let's put the fairy here. But I really love it. It has beautiful artwork. It is hard to shuffle. There is no way to do it like this. So this one we really need to handle this way. But I hope you enjoy it. It's very pretty. It's still based on the Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's a very beautiful deck that I had for quite a long time. All right, let's stop the rambling and set the intention for the cards. Okay, let me just move it a little bit. Okay, so we would like guidance for our love life, our romantic relationships, also what to release and what to focus on at this time. And we ask in love and light for our highest good. All right, you'll see now why I say it's hard to shuffle it a little bit. All right, so let's see. Oops, it is very hard to shuffle sometimes. Sometimes I tend to fan it out when I use it. Oops. And here we did get, and we got quite a bit. So I let all cards come out. Usually when I use this deck, I fan it out, right? Or I scramble it here on the desk and pick the cards intuitively. But for the sake of the video, we're going to do it like this. And we got a good message here. Now let's go for what to release. Oops, and here we go. To release. And now, what to focus on? Whoa, and one flew away. So here we have it. All right, so the card did do its job, the deck. All right, so because they are so large, let me just turn them so it's in. So we do it in order like this. All right, let's begin. So who answers? The Magician, Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune, another Major Arcana, the Six of Hearts, that would be the Six of Cups, another six. Let me do this so you guys can see the cards better. All right, let's put them here. All right, so the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Hearts, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Look at that. All right, so what's the main message now towards our love life, right? And the Magician is answering and our call, and the spirit of this card is always about you are able or you have everything that it takes. You have all the resources to make things happen that you want, right? The Magician's powerful questions are always be clear on what you want. Look around yourself. What resources do you have right now? What are the attributes that you bring in? What are the things that you have working in your favor, right? And also, what are steps that you can take? So the Magician comes with a lot of questions. He's asking you a lot of questions because it knows that you have what it takes, right? It's kind of, when I see this card, I always think as a lover of the Arthurian legend, I think of Merlin, right, in a way. And it's that great magician, that great sorceress, right? And this is what the Magician is saying. You are capable of a lot. And not only you is your circumstances right now, no matter what you're going through, you need to know that you have what it takes to make things work. Remember, this is a love reading, but make it work either in the relationship you're in or if you're looking for another relationship. Now, again, it does come with a lot of questions, right? So, first of all, get clear on what you want, right? So if you are in a relationship and it's not working, but you do not know what you're looking for, you do not know what you want, you do not know who you are, then no matter if the other person is the right fit or not, you are kind of a drifter, right? So the Magician is telling you, yes, things can happen. This relationship has potential, right? Or there is a big potential for you to find the right relationship. And it is time to ask yourself some hard questions. And also, not only this, but to work, the Magician is telling you on your self-confidence, right? On your confidence to be that person you want to be, the confidence that you will find what you're looking for, and the confidence if you are in a relationship and right now you're watching a video because you're thinking about your relationship, is have confidence that things can change and can work out. And this is where the Wheel of Fortune comes in, right? If the Magician is a reassurance that you have what it takes, right? And that you need just to clarify what it is that you want and what benefits or what things you have working in your favor that could be your resources right now. The Wheel of Fortune is saying there may be some things that need to change, right? But change in a positive way. But there may be an approach to the situation that's right now weighing in your heart. Could it be finding somebody, or that you're interested in somebody, or that you're in the relationship right now, your approach may need to be changed, right? And you do that by perhaps changing something in, not necessarily in who you are, but in your approach, your attitude, your communication, right? What you bring. This is a change that comes from you, not a change that has to come from the other person. So there is a change that needs to come, and that will shift the entire thing. And the Six of Hearts, right? That it would be the Six of Cups in traditional tarot. That it's the water element, and it's perfect for a love reading. And the Six of Hearts says, right, that when you you're working on something, on your approach, something that needs to change, that needs to come from you, and also from doing that reflection of what it is that I want and what are my resources, and then changing your approach to the relationship. Stop right now. Start looking at clues from the past, right? Uh, Look for clues of what works well either in the past, what has worked well in the relationship you're in before. Remember who you are also, right? If you are in a relationship, you've been there for a long time, sometimes we forget who we used to be before, right? So this is just telling you there are some clues in the past. So it's asking you, in your memory, go to the past and think, what resources, who was I, sorry, getting tongue tied, who was I in the past, or what did I do that was useful that I could do here to change how things are going? So this card just points that there are some clues in the past. Now we have another six, right? But right now is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about moving on, right? From and because it's swords, it's the air element right now, is telling us, okay, there are some clues in the past, yes, and move on from certain conversations. You know what conversations you may be having right now that are a trigger to you, to your partner, or to the relationship. And the Six of Swords is saying, move away from having certain conversations right now that are hurting you. And if you're not in a relationship, maybe looking at clues from the past, you know certain types of communication styles that you have, that you bring, that does not work when you are when either you are getting to know somebody or when you are in a relationship. And we have also the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is like before, it's a card of momentum. So again, it's letting us know that based on everything, if you follow this advice, momentum is created. There will be some energy set in motion that will manifest what you're looking for. But to recap, because the general message is very long, this one, it is about getting clear about what you want, the resources that you have right now. There needs to be some changes made that come from you. There are clues in the past that you need to look at. You need to leave behind some types of conversations that trigger arguments or problems in your relationship, or a way to communicate that is not serving you. And doing all this, again, you create momentum for the things you want to happen. All right. Now, what to release? Oops, we're gonna move them up, move this down. Like this, we create space for everything. All right, what to release? Who answers the call? The Spirit of the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. All right, the Two of Pentacles is telling us here that what you need to release is that black or white thinking, right? Of to remember that there are different shades of gray. This is what in this based on this reading, the message that I'm sensing is think or reflect on, Do you have a lot of black and white thinking, of thinking that things can be either one way or another, right? Very extreme type of answers, right? And it is to release that, release any type of very black and white thinking. Remember, there are shades of gray. So if you're thinking of your relationship, oh, it has to be like this, or just know that this type of extreme types of thinking is hurting you. And the Ace of Swords is telling you also release the need to be right all the time, right? Or just it's not only about choosing your battles, it's about knowing that it's okay if you're not right. It's sometimes it's like the saying goes, it's better to have peace than to be right in certain circumstances, right? So, very clear what to release black and white thinking and the need to be right, right? Understanding that in life, sometimes there are different shades of gray, different opinions, different ways of seeing one thing. And that takes us to wisdom at the end of the day, and not wanting to be right all the time, you know, or thinking that you are right all the time and you go with that sword to battle. No, just let it go. Some things, it's release them, let them go. And what to focus on instead? Look what beautiful card you got for a love reading. This is the most beautiful card in your love reading. What to focus on? Focus on your goal for this relationship, right? To be loved, to love another, to grow as partners, to grow in this couplehood, right? And if you are not in a relationship right now, is focus on why is it that you want to be in a partnership, right? And know that all decisions, all choices, all steps that you take forward right now towards this momentum of success need to come from love. You know, the lovers is comes from that heart chakra, from that energy center of love. So by focusing on love, on really just love, not all the other nitty gritty things in relationships or jealousy or whatever sometimes, or trying to manipulate or trying to control. No, 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 no. Focus on love. Make decisions from this place of love, of calm, loving understanding, and focus on the goal for your relationship, the goal for being in a relationship. Because if you focus on this, the cards are saying the momentum is there for things to come as you expect. All right. Long reading, large cards. I hope you enjoyed the artwork and you enjoy also this reading. Take what resonates. This is a collective reading. And know that I do offer private sessions that can be done either by on the phone or video call, and I have pre-recorded readings. There is something for every budget, and we can look at your particular situation, right? So I accompany you with my cards, with tarot, and also with my credentials. I'm a board certified coach. And it is they are great sessions to find clarity also if you are in a life transition or if you feel stuck. All right, so reach out if you want more information on that. And please, as always, like and subscribe to this video or share this message if somebody you know may benefit from it. Now let's go with the last deck, the Purple Fairy. All right, for those of you who picked the Purple Fairy, let's move the energy a little bit. This deck feels much better. It's smaller. I'm noticing that the either regular size or smaller are the types of decks that work best for me, but I do have a huge collection. And I've been a tarotist for a long time. I was introduced to the tarot 35 years ago now, and I've been reading. It's been really a love story with the cards. So all through these years, I have a large collection of tarot and decks as well as oracle card decks. And I know that tarot is having or has been having a momentum in the past decade, right? But it is a very old tradition, right? The tarot, and it's not only from the Rider Waite Smith that came in the early 1900s, but the tarot goes back to the 15th century. So it's tarot has been around for a long time. Remember, tarot is a tool, and at the end of the day, it is the reader how they use it, right? What type of work the reader does with the tarot. And for me, I find important to always remind you that I work with guidance from spirit, right? The guidance that we get, that energy forecast type of reading, what is the best advice? And with the questions, with the coaching questions as a coach, that the cards would pose you, right? The spirit of each card would pose you, so you can make the decisions and the choices that are best for you, right? And because you do have free will, you do have choices. The future is not set in stone. Even if there are some things that are fate, even if there is destiny, the future is not set in stone. You have free will, you have choices, and that creates your future and manifests the things that you want. So, that being said, let's get started. Let's set the intention for this deck, and please give us advice and guidance for our love life and romantic relationships, in love and light for our highest good. Main message, what to release and what to focus on. All right. Ooh. And one is right here. Oopsie. Just wanted to make sure that I was putting it in the right direction. The reason why I did that, let me just explain, is because I put all the cards usually not in reverse, right? Because the card has so much information that I choose not to do reversals. Because to me, reversals is just reading the card in a protective way, right? Or in what they would warn us about. The way I read, that it's intuitive reading with all the rest, I already give all the card information and those messages without having to have it upside down. So that's why I did that. And now let's go on what to release. All right. I have a feeling this one wanted to come out. So, and now what to focus on. Perfect. Very clear, this deck. All right, what's the main message? And the answer, it comes from the spirit of the Ace of Swords. And what is the Ace of Swords advising us? What is the message at this time, right? And the Ace of Swords is saying it's all about communication and your inner dialogue, right? This is what opens an opportunity for you. This is what opens a path for you. So, if you are in a relationship right now, it is about thinking how you're communicating and how you are and the mindset that you have about the situation. And if you are not and you're looking for a relationship, know that working on your communication, either being more approachable, reaching out, when you go to places and you meet somebody, and changing your mindset is your biggest ally. So this is the main message right now. It's about communication and mindset, and that is your way forward. Now, what to release? And what to release answers the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. We have a twos here. So, what to release right now? So try to release having all the answers, right? Try to release not only having all the answers, but trying to make things happen in a certain way, and thinking that that you need to make certain sacrifices or choices, right? It's not about that. Do not expect to have a clear path forward. This is the main message told you. This is about working on your communication right now, working on your mindset, but not about having all the answers or trying to make some harsh sacrifices. So if you are in a relationship right now and there is something that's not working and you think, okay, it is because I need to know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, where this relationship is going, or whatever it is that you are trying to find clarity and answers in, right? Or even making sacrifices that are hard because they go against your values. This is saying release all of that. Instead, right now, work on yourself, work on how you communicate what's important to you, and change your mindset. But stop trying to find clarity or make sacrifices that go against who you are. And what to focus on. And another beautiful card to close down the reading, that it is the High Priestess. What to focus on? Focus on exactly when I said here, do not sacrifice, do not make any sacrifices that go against your values. And the High Priestess is pretty much coming more into this message, right? Here it is, Major Arcana, pay attention. So the High Priestess is saying, all right, rely on your intuition towards these, towards the things that you want. Your intuition is guiding the way a lot, but the High Priestess is also letting you know, be true to yourself, right? So it's like, do like this picture of the High Priestess, close your eyes, ground your energy center and say, who am I? You know, what's important to me? What am I not going to sacrifice? What don't It's not that you do not need any more clarity on something, is that once you know, right, what your values are and what's important and what you're not willing to sacrifice, you don't need to fight for clarity. Clarity comes alone. So this is what the High Priestess is saying right now. Rely on how you sense things, your intuition, but also remember who you are and do not sacrifice that. All right. And so, main message, let's recap fast because this was a faster reading. Right now is all about communication, how you say things. So, clear communication, and also mindset, right? Adopting the mindset that's gonna move you forward. Release the need to be right or find clarity, right? Ask the other person for answers or trying to have it all figured out, or be now I got tongue tied and it's not coming out. Sacrificing, that it is sacrificing your values or sacrificing things that are important to you. Instead, focus on connecting with yourself, connecting with your intuition, but remembering who you are so you do not sacrifice anything in trying to find clarity. It comes alone once you know who you are and what you stand for. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all right, and share this video. There may be somebody who needs this message that can inspire them at this time or help them through. Remember to not only like, subscribe, and share, but also to get those notifications, because we have daily shorts every day with a little bit of like the energy for the day or the little guidance for the day. We have weekly videos. So on Sundays, we look at the energy of the week, right? On Monday, we look at work and career. Tuesday, love tarot. And Wednesday, we look at the messages from the oracle. We use oracle cards and not tarot. Thursdays, we look at energy and our energy health by doing a tarot chakra reading. And Friday, we get the weekend messages. So stay, subscribe, and get those notifications. And I also offer private sessions and pre-recorded readings. So reach out for more information or go to my website or my Gumroad storefront for more on that. All right, have a wonderful rest of your week with lots of love and brightest blessings.